available government wealth creation opportunities in the country. He was addressing 520 returnees camped at National Leadership Institute, Chankwanzi, for an orientation and mindset retreat.
Ugandans evacuated from South Africa were camping at National Leadership Institute, Chankwanzi, to undertake rehabilitation and skills training. The induction, organized by the Office of the President through the Patriotism Secretariat, has so far received 520 returnees.
Honorable Minister, when we wrote the letter as the Confederation of Ugandans, when we had this challenge in South Africa, the letter we wrote to His Excellency the President, we asked him for 746 Ugandans that were fully registered and asking for repatriation. So, Honorable Minister, we thank the President that he accepted for that, and we are very happy that we are here now, and these Ugandans have been fully repatriated.
Over the weekend, the Minister of Local Government, Balumbalkwehara, was at the Institute to offer lectures of opportunity.
I want to use this singular honor and privilege to welcome you all to this very important gathering that has brought all of us together to speak as Ugandans. Today I will not speak as a minister, but I will speak as one of your brothers you left in Uganda, who has managed to prosper and who is working hard and who got attention of the President, and he appointed me a minister. So I want all of you to thank the President with gratitude for supporting you, and also for his visionary leadership, commitment and support in facilitating your safe return home.
With many having left behind their great opportunities in South Africa, Balam tipped them on opportunities available in Uganda.
You can't afford a meal from 69% to 31 now, 31 point something percent. And looking forward in these 5 years to bring that number further down with the creation of so many poverty alleviation programs that some of you also you will tap in if you're interested.
Uganda government is offering an opportunity for these returnees to thrive back home.
Through coordinated efforts by the Minister of Local Government and Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, government continues to empower communities to create employment, to improve household income, and promote sustainable socio-economic transformation. These programs are implemented through local government, the minister I lead, community structures, and strategic partnership to ensure no Ugandan is left behind.
The returnees appreciate the gesture of evacuating them from the hot zones of South Africa, as well as the opportunity of retooling them.
As now the director of all government programs to the local people down to the ground.
You know much about the government. You have been giving negative energy about the government, but you have enlightened us about something like the new gas, things like that.
To those who are still behind, have been urged to pick up this golden opportunity and return home.
We also have a bridge. We have some other Ugandans that are still in South Africa trapped. We have 220 in Durban, which we are going back and confirm that we are picking them up tomorrow.
President Museveni and the CDF are expected to close this induction in this week.
CDF
Robert Anyango, UBC News.
In other news, police have arrested 53-year-old Hope Tumwebaze, accused of obtaining 60 million Uganda shillings from a member of parliament after allegedly promising to secure constituency development projects. Meanwhile, in Iganga district, police have arrested 7 suspected cyber fraudsters accused of impersonating the first daughter, Natasha Karujide, to defraud members of the public.
The 53-year-old suspect, Hope Tumwebaze, has been arrested on allegations of obtaining money by false pretense. Police said Tumwebaze falsely claimed to work in the office of the president and convinced a legislator whose identity has been withheld that she could secure additional government-funded projects for the constituency.
Miss Tumwebaze is said to be a businesswoman residing in Kamukuzi, that is in Mbarara City, and is accused of falsely presenting herself as an official attached to the office of the president, and that she works for the president.
The legislator reportedly paid 60 million shillings to Tumwebaze in anticipation of accessing lucrative development projects. He later became suspicious and reported the matter to police.
She managed to secure 60 million from the victim, and but the victim finally at some point came and reached police, and we carried out an investigation after opening a GEF, that's a general inquiry file. So finally we managed to nab her.
In Uganda district, police have arrested 7 suspects of alleged cyber fraud. The suspects are accused of impersonating the first daughter, Natasha Kaljere.
I'm told that they were operating under youth development application funds, and they were profiling people, but impersonating Mrs. Karujire. Why do they con you more than once? Our residents in Iganga, we talked. In our community police engagements, we have talked about these groups. But you have stubbornly decided to fall victim. Now this is not okay, because nobody can solicit money when he is going to give you help.
Meanwhile, in Kampala Metropolitan South, police have arrested Tayewa Mubaraka on suspicion of trafficking in persons. Police say Tayewa was housing 9 children without clear documentation or consent from their parents.
We also managed to arrest one suspect, Tayewa Mubaraka alias Scott, after he failed to provide satisfactory information regarding the children's parents or legal guardians. The children have since been placed under the care of Wakiso District Probation Office as efforts continue to trace their families.
Police note that last week, 18 children were rescued from alleged trafficking operation in Wakiso District. Investigators attributed these cases to false promises of school fees sponsorships and scholarships opportunities. Abdunasele Lowama and Rogers Komagom for GBC.
NRM First National Vice Chairperson Alhaj Moses Chigongo has challenged newly elected party leaders to prioritize performance over promises. His remarks followed successful elections for vacant East African Legislative Assembly positions and new NRM parliamentary caucus leaders. We have a report.
NRM legislators gathered to elect caucus leaders and fill vacant Iyala positions. 44 aspirants initially joined the Iyala race before some withdrew ahead of voting. The exercise was by secret ballot.
For those who want to stand as independents, let them be aware that these positions are for NRM candidates.
Members elected Isaac Ismail Otimgiu, Brenda Namkuta, Derek Orone, and Hope Grania Nakaziwe to the caucus executive. The caucus also elected 2 NRM representatives to fill the vacant Iyala positions.
To make sure we are one, to make sure that I help the executive to mobilize members whenever there is a bill.
The Electoral Commission described the exercise as the party's most peaceful election in years.
So I want to thank the electorate, I want to thank members of parliament for that level of decorum. If we can continue like that with the members of parliament behaving nicely and owning up the process, we would actually go far.
Some aspirants withdrew from the race before voting, citing party unity above personal ambition.
We cannot all win. In the race we were 3, and I was better positioned to win, given that I was the only man among the women. But we must prioritize what we need in life. besides applying for position of General Secretary in the caucus, I had applied for other positions that the party needs to consider. And I could not be everywhere. If you decide to be everywhere, you end up being nowhere.
The caucus also endorsed grassroots mobilization ahead of the upcoming village gap filling exercises.
To support the existing NRM flag bearers and fill the gaps in all the 72,000 villages during the forthcoming NRM primaries for LC1 and women councils due to take place on the 10th July 2026.
The NRM First National Vice Chairperson, Alhaj Moses Kigongo, urged the winners to justify members' confidence through service.
We're expecting a lot from you, and the people of Uganda are waiting to see how you are performing. It's not a matter of talking, but performing.
Henry Okrut, UBC.
Thank you, Henry Okrut. Now, the Vice Chairman, PFF, Dr. Lulume Baiga, has urged PFF members not to ignore the upcoming LC1 elections. He said the ongoing arrests of members of the opposition seem to divert them from national programs. Meanwhile, PFF members have also appreciated the Kabaka of Buganda, who pledged to support the family of the former Lord Mayor and PFF President Elias Lukwago.
While we are fighting this war, we are rallying our people, our supporters, our members, not to ignore the LC1 election. Today is the first day for registering a village council, and all members of the village will register under the Electoral Commission. The mechanism they have provided is through their agents at the village level. There is purpose for it. LC1 is a very powerful instrument because they have the stamp legally recognized. Even in the course of law, they will want the letter from the LC1. In the sale of land, they need a stamp of the LC1 as a witness. Then they can transact the way they want. Only those LC1 who have been gumite enough, those LC1 who have been stamping authentic papers, have saved those villages from the sale. Why? Good people must participate. And we are directing all our registrars at the sub-county level to guide those people who are going to run for LC1 chairmanship, guide them through the elections, stamp their papers, and make them return to them to the Electoral Commission and see that they are elected. That is the only gift that we can give to the leadership, the grassroots leadership of our country at this time. We want to implore to you where we have no candidates, simply ensure that you don't elect candidates aligned to those people who are ostracizing us. Can give you
Buganda Kingdom has passed a 409 billion Uganda shilling budget for the financial year 2026-27, with a focus on improving the livelihoods of ordinary people. The Kingdom Treasurer, Robert Wagwa Nsibirwa, presented the budget to Luchiko members, outlining key priority areas.
Members of the Buganda Luchiko attended the sitting for the presentation and passing of the 2026-2027 financial year budget at Bulange Mengo. The Buganda Kingdom Treasurer and Second Deputy Katikiro, Robert Wagwa Nsibirwa, presented the achievements registered in the last financial year.
Makatala gakolebwa mubaddemu myaka esatu okuzimba, okuddaabiriza olubiri lw'enkoni lwaggwa, olubiri twekobe kireka yawedde, olubiri lw'ebbanda lwaggwa, twekobeyo emmengo ekitundu ekisooka kikolebwa ate n'obuliri lwe bamunaanika kumpi luwedde.
Nsibirwa said that the commitment of the Kabaka's subjects through the Luaro Lwafe initiative, the government's partial payment of its debt to Buganda Kingdom, and the improved coffee production were among the factors that enabled the kingdom to achieve its previous budget targets, with collections exceeding projections by 4.9%.
Tuyingizza obuwumbi 320 n'obukadde 58 ate nga twateeseteese okuyingiza obukadde 35 obuwumbi 35 n'obukadde 52.
Sibirwa later read the Uganda shillings 409 billion budget for this financial year before the Lukiiko, noting that agriculture, healthcare, education and other key sectors will be prioritized.
Ebyobulimi n'obwegassi ate okuddukanya enkuluze, okutumbula ebyenjigiriza wamu n'okutumbula ebyobulamu.
The Katikiro, Charles Peter Mayiga, implores for actions that encourages investors who have a role on the economy.
Neeraliikirira nnyo omwaka gw'ebyensimbi guno ku ludda olw'abamusigansimbi olw'ebintu ebigenda mu maaso. Omuntu ayinza okulowooza nti mu Uganda tubeera mu mpuku, kubanga omukazi omukadde emyaka 73 okumuwamba, omuntu omukadde emyaka 73 omuntu aba takuze bannaaye. Kakati omuntu ng'oyo omuwamba oti abadde agenda kutta kiki? Kati oli bw'abiwulira ali eyo mu United Arab Emirates kata agamba
Some of Lukiiko members welcomed the approved budget, saying it is focused on improving the welfare of the ordinary people.
Okusitula embeera z'abakyala n'abavubuka ekutte nnyo ne ku by'obulimi, ate bwe kituusaawo ku bulimi ne kiba nga kituzingiddemu ffenna.
Some members of parliament and representatives from the central government also attended the budget sitting.
We are delighted that the Prime Minister of Uganda, the Katikiro of Uganda, has spoken out about the human rights violations, people being abducted, not being arraigned in court. It's good that this is now going beyond we politicians, because for a long time it's we political actors that have been speaking about this. But we are glad that cultural leaders are speaking out.
Katikiro of Uganda, for this great milestone, I want to thank the Kabaka, the King of Uganda, for ensuring, emphasizing on poverty alleviation, health and wealth.
Also present were religious leaders, the Archbishop of Kampala, Paul Semogerere, the Orthodox Archbishop Geronimus Muzeyi, and the Supreme Mufti Sheikh Shaban Galabuzi.
In a new development, Kyambogo University has dismissed claims circulating on various platforms alleging that the university has been closed. The university says the false information has caused anxiety among stakeholders at a critical time as it prepares for the new academic year.
Following calls from stakeholders seeking clarification about reports of the university's alleged closure, the management of Kyambogo University has dismissed the claims.
This information is false. There has been no discussion of closing the university, and we are going on to operate normally as a university. So that information should be disregarded.
The university says the misinformation has caused anxiety among students, parents and other stakeholders.
Our students were concerned, their parents were concerned, and many people were concerned and said, what is happening? But this is just out of nowhere. I don't know how somebody can start, maybe you know, you people in the media, how somebody can wake up and start such a story. For whatever purpose, I don't know. For us here, we are very naive. We depend on the truth.
Management has also highlighted milestones in human capital development, including competitive programs that support graduate students.
We have admitted students on the national merit. Those are government-sponsored students, 386 of them. We have admitted direct entry scheme, These are senior 6 leavers. We have admitted 19,406. And this is out of 32,390 who had applied to come to Kyambogo.
For the 2026-2027 academic intake, Kyambogo University received 43,749 applicants, but was only able to admit 22,625 students, representing slightly half of the applicants. The university attributes the inability to admit more students to limited capacity, particularly inadequate resources and infrastructure.
But to expand, you need a lot of space. You need new buildings. Well, government gave us new buildings. That's why we can take on these numbers. We also need staff members. They are limited. Our staffing capacity is not good, 60%. And that's why we depend on part-time lecturers. People have jobs somewhere else, and they want to come and give us some extra assistance.
The university also says 3 professors, 8 associate professors, 20 senior lecturers, and 13 lecturers were promoted, although the institution still faces a staffing gap of about 60%. Komagum Rogers and Abdul Nasir Luwama for UBC.
We'll now take a short commercial break and return with more news.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungu yakusabula. Mikono free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
Makerere Institute for Social Development, a certified institution for higher learning, invites applicants for certificates and diploma courses like accounting and finance, procurement, journalism, tailoring and fashion design, with many other skills-tailored courses.
Our institution is compliant. First of all, it is recognized by National Council for Higher Education. We are certified. Registration number is UBB 187.
Tested and tried since 1995, Makerere Institute for Social Development is your solution when it comes to quality education.
You may apply for January, May, August intakes. Find us along Sir Apollo Kagwa Road, opposite Makerere University Sports Ground. Our tuition is affordable with a state-of-art facilities. Early birds stand a chance to grab themselves bursaries. MISD or Makerere Institute for Social Development, facilitating your career.
Every life begins in a moment like this. Certain, planned, full of promise. For us, it's a bold ambition to make lives better. Because somewhere, someone is stepping into a world of work for the first time with the confidence that their retirement is taken care of. We make dreams possible. From owning homes to scaling businesses. And when health takes an unexpected turn, help is there when it's needed most. And because legacies matter, what people build does not end with them. It's passed on. We value moments with go-getters, bold dreamers and believers. Different paths, different rhythms, with one shared belief.
that financial freedom is within reach. For 40 years, we've made lives better and fueled Uganda's economy. Through careful investments, we have supported businesses, created jobs, and backed our nation. To us, it's more than saving. It's believing in effort, in patience, in possibility. It's making lives better. We believe in you, in us, and in Uganda.
NSSF, 40 years of making lives better.
Introducing the all-new Roofing's TMX 500C rebars with cut and bend services. Roofing's, strength of a nation.
Back from the break, News Tonight continues. Now, government has started addressing growing public concerns surrounding the implementation of the Intelligent Transport Monitoring System, ITMS. Questions over delays in vehicle registration, digital number plate issuance, and public concerns about service delivery have sparked widespread debate. The Minister of State for Works and Transport, Fred Byamukama, visited the ITMS headquarters to assess operations, engage with the project contractors, and reassure the public on improved service.
Minister Freddy Byamukama's visit comes at a time when the Intelligent Transport Monitoring System has been under public scrutiny over delays in processing vehicle registrations and issuing digital number plates.
On Friday, I told you, people in the bonds, they have imported motorcycles and cars. They have already received money from people to give them their cars and motorcycles, but they are not able to dispatch them because they don't have number plates.
The minister visited the ITMS headquarters and met officials managing the project. He also inspected the different operation sections of registration, data processing, and number plate production. Minister Byamukama briefed the media acknowledging the challenges experienced during the rollout, but he emphasized the government's commitment to ensure the system delivers its intended objectives.
And the system was made in a way, before even they handle to put in the line of putting an number plate, you must pay. So Ugandans have paid billions of money to the bond owners who are selling the motorcycles and the cars. But also the bond owners, they have paid billions of money to our contractor here. The money is on the contractor's account. So they are worried, the business is dying, that's why we have come up to sort a problem. But
we have directed that service delivery be strengthened and that any bottlenecks affecting motorists are resolved as quickly as possible, said Byamukama.
And he's saying, latest if it goes beyond, come 30th of August, we shall not have any issue to do with the number plate. If you buy your car from the bond, it will be fitted and you go, shall not have more delays. We are also looking at a problem where there is you lose your number plate, where you want to change your number plate voluntarily. They have been honest enough that for them they can only handle 2,500 people.
Project contractors said they are streamlining their processes and are working closely with the government for faster processing of applications.
The full capacity and all the problem totally and with the backlog, with everything, will be sorted no later than 30th of August. So right now the issues with the supplies are going to be sorted within 3 weeks. And also we highlighted the problem that post-registration also shall be limited As Honorable Minister said, that not more than 2,500 per day. We are going to discuss it also with the ministries and agreed on the quantity.
Government adopted the Intelligent Transport Monitoring System ITMS primarily to improve security, road safety and traffic management through the use of digital technology, including smart number plates and integrated monitoring systems. Meanwhile, Minister Byamukama has inspected the construction works for the 21-kilometer Phase 1 periodic maintenance project on the Kampala Northern Bypass. The minister has given the contract until Monday to hand over the completed works, warning that the contract will not be extended.
67 billion. Which road in Uganda for maintenance? You can 21 kilometers, you maintain it in 3 years. That is unacceptable. It should stop. And I was very unsatisfied with the progress on how this road is done. And come Monday, they should collect all their equipment and everything. They go away, they remain with marking.
He warned the Ministry of Works officials against corruption.
They should stop conniving with our staff on getting corruption roads. Almost every quarter, we lose about 50 billions in the name of Cham just eating alone. So I'm satisfied with that one, things must move. Then even though in the Ministry of Works, you're going to see constant arrests on various roads. Those who have stolen money, you're not worth even to work in the government. Go and start business.
This is what we are doing now, is additional works, which was not part of the original contract. After we have completed the original contract, which was completed the last year, new sections show failures, and the Minister of Works with their engineers has instructed us to reprocess.
Amwa Evanjuko for UBC.
In more news, the General Court Martial sitting at Makindye has remanded a former Director of Military Intelligence, Major General James Birungi, on charges of treachery and offences related to security. He was arrested in August of 2025. Now, General Birungi was arraigned before a panel chaired by Brigadier General Richard Tukachungurwa and charged with treachery and offences related to security, to which he pleaded not guilty. It is alleged that Major General Birungi was brought to court alongside 3 other UPDF officers who have been charged with charges related to murders connected to the fatal shooting of suspected bombers during security operations. The alleged murder incidents relate to the shooting of a woman near Kalierwe Market last year and a man near the Catholic shrine in Munyonyo during Uganda Martyrs' Day celebrations in 2025. General Birungi has been remanded to Makindye Military Barracks until August 3rd, 2026. The Principal Justice Lady Jane Francis Abodo has urged parties with family disputes to first embrace mediation before the adversarial way of resolving family disputes. Abodo says since family disputes are always charged between family members, it's better to resolve such disputes without creating divisions among family members. She was opening the Family Mediation Special Session at High Court Family Division in Kampala. Meanwhile, heads of the division say over 20 cases have been resolved through mediation sessions since last week.
Around this whole area. He does not lament.
Would call at the mediation or area, the snowball, Ntinda, Industrial Court, Justice Ida from the Land Division, actually Family Division, and Syria and Kate. She's the one who brings
really leading in this, because then it's going to have a ripple effect on the other divisions. It is already having it. We have commercial doing well. We have land division now starting. And for criminal division, we already have free bargain. And we know the problems with the Justice Elubu. That yours cannot work because of the kind of the clients that you have there. We understand that. But the few that fall through in free bargain, we celebrate those. Because, you know, these disputes don't only affect the parties. In the long run, they affect even as judicial officers, we get trained, we get so sucked in this. So if we do mediation, you're just working on our wellness, we're working on the wellness of the, and then the ripple effect that it has, more harmony in the community, and that's why we are saying we go mediation. So we are really on the right track. Also, the kind of mediators you get also speaks to the success of the mediation. You don't get mediators who are not patient, who are not professional, who don't have integrity. Then you can't really have preach alternative dispute resolution, because we have so many cases, but we can never have enough judges, enough registrars, enough magistrates to handle the cases, because we have a big population. We are almost 50 million. How many judges can you have? You can't have so many. So we know that case management is also about choosing what cases actually go to court. Let's have cases in court which are really deserve to be in court. But the majority of the cases really can be handled through alternative disputes.
This settlement fortnight is mainly for administration causes. As you remember, in 2022, Parliament amended the Succession Act and put a cap on the duration of administration, letters of administration or letters of probate. So it meant that all the letters of administration which were previously granted by courts expired on the same day, and that is the ones that came on 31st May 2025. So we had over 10,000 applications for extensions of grants. And the importance of these grants is very clear. If the letters of administration expire, it means that you cannot go to the bank to withdraw money to pay school fees for your children. You cannot go to the bank to get money to pay for medical attention. You cannot defend your estate, your property that your deceased or relative left. That is how critical these letters of administration are. So because of that expiry, we got an avalanche of applications. And these avalanches come with problems. You know, when you're applying to extend grants, some people come and say you have, for example, mismanaged the estate. We don't want you to manage the estate further. Yet the law says before you extend, the family must give consent. So to generate that consensus, we've had to send many matters to mediators to help the families agree. They can agree either to maintain the administrators who are currently administering, or they can choose other family members they believe they can do a better job. So that has caused, in many matters, actually 70% pending mediation causes are in relation to extensions of grants, where administrators have mismanaged and the families are disagreeing on who should continue the administration.
Joined Deputy Sir, the adoptions are also.
The Congregation of Brothers of Christian Instruction will celebrate a century of dedicated service to education in Uganda, marking 100 years since the first brothers arrived in the country in 1926. The chairman, Brother John Singh Kabirwa, said it is a milestone in shaping Uganda's education sector through the establishment, management and support of several Catholic schools that have nurtured generations.
It has been a journey of 100 years, educating thousands of people.
The first group of Brothers of Christian Instruction, also known as Brothers of Kisubi, arrived in Uganda in August 1926 at the invitation of white fathers or missionaries of Africa who needed assistance in managing and expanding Catholic education in Uganda. The pioneer missionary team was led by Brother Charles Jules, accompanied by Brother Joachim Leo, Brother Eugene Mary, and Brother Stanislas Joseph. The brothers took over the administration of schools like St. Mary's College Kisubi, which was under the White Fathers Mission in Uganda.
Trustee education at the time, as it was, the education was mainly with the boys, but later on they set up schools that were mixed to handle both gender.
The brothers have expanded their educational mission to establish and develop most Catholic-founded schools in Uganda.
Those who lived in the 70s, you remember, when education wasn't that much valued in this country. Yet the brothers were in education, and the salaries of teachers and civil servants were low, yet the inflation was rising every day.
Celebrations to commemorate 100 years in education service will reflect the enduring contribution to nation building through education of thousands of former students, teachers, religious leaders, government officials, and development partners.
We have earmarked what would term as a centennial monument, and this is the construction of the elderly residence for the brothers. We want to put up a comfortable home for our elderly brothers, and more so the infirm brothers, those who fall sick along the way and may not be able to be in the mission.
They are constructing a 6 billion shillings facility, a home for retiring brothers.
And would like to call upon the general public to support us in the best way possible to realize these landmark achievements.
So we rely on your publicity that you make to the generous people to contribute handsomely to the construction of this house. I thank you.
When 5th of September comes, we want to be somewhere. So we are calling upon all the stakeholders. These include the alumni, the people who have gone through the schools that have been mentioned, or the schools of the Brothers of Christian Instruction.
Susan Naung and Michael Bakabulindi reporting for UBC TV.
Now from Kisubi, we take you to Amudat, where district leaders have appealed to the Anti-Corruption Coalition to investigate the operations of the District Service Commission. They cite irregularities and corruption in the recently concluded recruitment exercise.
Jobs for the 17 positions, but leaders and locals cited irregularities in the recruitment exercise.
Somebody gives out this money, loses the job. Somebody does not have the money, he has the qualification, loses the job because of money. That's a dangerous activity. Where will the poor get job?
One of the parents, among all the parents within here, who are struggling to take their children to school with these salaries of ours. And when our children complete school and opportunities come, they even qualify, shortlisted. But because of other unavoidable things, you say previously, when will a poor man's child get a job? If someone is giving 20 million or 15 million, I'm not able to raise.
Some people are not shortlisted, and others are shortlisted. Even those who qualify were not shortlisted.
The RDC Amudat District, Dennis Okori, called for a service delivery meeting at the district headquarters.
A bit of corruption, and I can tell you, I have seen it, and I have been it.
More than a month later, results of interviews are not officially out, although some people have received appointment letters.
Put on the notice. 14 days, in case of any petition, if not, then it is confirmed, there is no complaint. When you don't put the list out, the shortlist came. There were no people who are shortlisted. Others were shortlisted. Others were not shortlisted. They called those who are not shortlisted to come for interviews.
That's the formative action for Karamaja. We have educated the children of Karamaja. The first lady advised us that we need to take children for sciences. We have engineers, we have doctors, we have nurses. But these children are not taken. They are not being given jobs. Because they don't have the envelopes to give to the District Service Commission. If you want to be a nursing officer, you need to part with 10 million shillings.
Locals say irregularities by District Service Commission must be investigated and call upon the State House Anti-Corruption Unit to investigate the matter.
It's under investigation. Officers have been tasked to explain the scope of this to the relevant authorities, and investigation is ongoing. And we're very sure these people are going to do the work. What they want is a deterrent to make sure that in the incoming
The recruitment, we don't have such things like this. We have a transparent, free and fair process.
This year has tried. But now there are organs that are supposed to come and implement the arrests, implement investigation. So that is my plea to my own government, that Amudat is rotten.
At the meeting, the Bishop of Karamoja Diocese Church of Uganda, Michael Kore, called for transparency.
Brothers and sisters, challenge us. Forgive one another. Come back to the right track.
A decades-long family land dispute in Wakiso district has resurfaced, with the grandchildren of the late former magistrate Kezekia Makabogo accusing one of the estate beneficiaries of attempting to take exclusive control of the remaining family land. The beneficiaries want a transparent distribution of the estate and want to take legal action if the matter is not resolved.
In May, Amudat District Local Government advertised jobs for the 17 positions, but leaders and locals cited irregularities in the recruitment exercise.
Somebody gives out this money, loses the job. Somebody does not have the money, he has the qualification, loses the job because of the money. That's a dangerous activity. Where will the poor get job?
One of the parents, among all the parents within here, who are struggling to take their children to school with these salaries of ours. And when our children complete school and opportunities come, they even qualify. She was listed. But because of other unavoidable things, you say previously, when will a poor man's child get a job? If someone is giving 20 million or 15 million, I'm not able to raise.
Some people are not shortlisted, and others were shortlisted. Even those who qualified were not shortlisted.
The RDC Amudat District, Dennis Okori, called for a service delivery meeting at the district headquarters.
A bit of corruption, and I can tell you, I have seen it, and I have been.
More than a month later, results of interviews are not officially out, although some people have received appointment letters.
Put on the notice 14 days in case of any petition. If not, then it is confirmed there is no complaint. When you don't put the list out, the shortlist came.
The dispute involves a land located at Ngongoro A and Ngongoro B villages in Nakauka Town Council, Wakiso District. The aggrieved family members are The dispute involves a land located at Ngongoro A and Ngongoro B villages in Nakauka Town Council, Wakiso District. The aggrieved family members accuse Kizito Kezekia of denying the rightful beneficiaries access to the land inherited from their grandfather, the late Kezekia Makubugo, formerly magistrate at Kisekwa Court.
Abasooka ku ttaka lino beebase waggulu wali bonna naye baatamanyi.
The beneficiaries said they are clearing and utilizing portions of the remaining land. They also claim that efforts by local leaders including RDC Wakiso, Patrick Mubiro, to mediate the dispute are progressing, although Kizito Kezekia was not available for any engagement.
RDC yamuyita n'agaana.
Family members said the original estates measured about 520 acres, but has since then been reduced to approximately 75 acres.
Bano bonna abaana basomedde mu mbeera nzibu nnyo ffenna.
Might come off as rude, but I think we need to get our lineages straight. As a daughter and as someone who has registered powers of attorney.
The relatives have threatened to seek legal redress if the remaining land is not distributed fairly among the beneficiaries.
Because of those differences, on Friday last week, twakubira Jjajja Sebawutu Owesiga ne tumubuuza oba yali akulambululira.
A clan elder says Kizito Kezekia had previously agreed to oversee the equitable sharing of the estate but failed to honor that commitment. The matter recently drew the attention of Wakiso RDC Patrick Mubiru, who met with the aggrieved parties.
Tudde nayo tebalina obutakkaanya kati bennyini abadde balina okuba mu lukiiko luno baabuze bwe babaabidde n'awaabya ate nabo ne badduka ne chairman n'addukiramu.
Dispute remains unresolved as the family continues to push for a transparent sharing of the remaining estate. Story compiled by Jamil Sekaja for UBC News.
I'm called Awidi Isabella. I'm studying from Villa Maria School of Nursing. I've won a school fees with the MTN Momo. This school fees you win for a full year, which I'm very happy for it. I thank MTN Momo for helping me in paying my school fees.
We've paid all the fees for the year.
Thank you very much, because on Wednesday, the principal told me, look for my man and bring my man. I told her, I don't have man, and you have to wait until I get the money. But when I left our office, at 3, they called me that you've won the money from Momo. I said, how does it happen?
As long as you pay school fees using Momo, you stand a chance to win school fees for a year. Dial *165*80# to win school fees for a year and more.
They share an office. Some work in the day, some at night. What they have in common: focus, dedication. That's what makes them champions. They also share something else: the reward of being one. The official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Not for persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
There's a new way to keep your breath fresh all day. Introducing Movit All Day Toothpaste, meant to give you powerful night gum defense and teeth whitening. The charcoal flavor gives you deep cleansing and power stain removal. And the herbal delivers natural strength for healthy, confident smiles. Choose Movit All Day Toothpaste and enjoy freshness all day.
Going out without a fear, stepping hard on every rock. I'm making my world just like I always wanted. Living further and beyond, growing up every day is the goal that I made up for me. That's why I believe in you. In school, and that's why I'm always looking for you. In school, that's why I believe in you. In school, and that's why I'm always looking for you. In school.
Alo.
Ese mwami mukasa.
Mutyanneeyo.
Yono buloka.
Yenze buloka w'amayumba.
Bangambye ne ennyumba zammwe ennungiko.
Kituufu. Oyagala bisenge bimeka?
Nga 3.
Ebbeeyi bagigambye?
Bangambye £5.
Nedda ssebe eno zaali nnyabuuko.
Lwaki?
Anti langi gye tusiigisa ya mulembe. Kati ne vali y'ekitundu yalinnya.
Musiigisa ki?
Global Paints.
Mutya?
Ku siiringi tukozesa Global Mat. Ate munda ne tukozesa Global Silk Vinyl.
Singa kwetaaga wabweru.
Wabweru tukozesa Global Weather Coat Emulsion.
Owa, kunsiiga gye musiiga. Ogwo omutindo ogusasulira essente zonna.
Guli wumite.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
The Electoral Commission informs the public that the compilation of the Village LC1 Council Register and the Village Women's Council Register will take place from the 6th to the 10th of July 2026 from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. The purpose of this exercise is to prepare the registers that will be used for the elections of village LC1 councils and village women's committees. All eligible residents are encouraged to register in person at their designated village registration centers. Registration is free of charge. To register, you must be a Ugandan citizen, ordinarily a resident in the village where you are registering, at least 18 years old and willing to be a member of the village council. Eligible women will also be registered on the Village Women's Council register. When you go to register, carry your national identity card. or present your national identification number, NIN, or national ID application number. You will also be required to provide your full names, age, gender, and village of residence. Register between the 6th and the 10th of July 2026 and take part in choosing your leaders at the grassroots levels. Announced by Justice Byabakama Mugenyi Simon, Chairperson of the Electoral Commission.
Are you an elite runner, fitness enthusiast, or adventure seeker? Get ready for a run in paradise at the Fort Portal City Marathon on July 18th, 2026. Experience the beauty, culture, and energy of Uganda's tourism city for only 60,000 Ugandan shillings. Register now at www.fortcitymarathon.com or dial *272*7#. Mwije tugende toro for a run in paradise in partnership with the Tourism Ministry, Capital Radio, Rock Telecom, Castle Light, Jeans Club, Kahive, and Toro Kingdom.
And now in our sports news, the American Chamber of Commerce in Uganda, AmCham, has successfully hosted the third edition of its annual golf tournament at Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa in Chigo, coinciding with celebrations marking 250 years of the United States of America's independence.
The tournament attracted golfers from various categories including elite players, seniors, juniors and beginners, with proceeds earmarked to support junior golf development through the Uganda Golf Union. Patrick Sumata emerged as the overall men's winner after returning 44 Stableford points, while Eva Asasira claimed the ladies' overall title with 40 points. Both winners received air tickets to Doha courtesy of Qatar Airways.
Today we participated in the AmCham golf tournament. Today my game was very interesting and I ended up with 87 gross.
Group winners in the men's category were Elijah Lutu, Katik Halai and Spencer Sabiti, while Gloria Mbaguta and Faith Namara topped the ladies' divisions. Junior golfers were also recognized after impressive performances in both the 9-hole and 18-hole competitions.
My experience at the golf course was nice today. I was so close to beating my record at Serena Golf Course, but unfortunately I didn't, but I know I will do better.
The junior category involved several golfers, including players from Shekinah Glory International School in Imbale.
Today my game in Serena Golf Course was amazing. I had very encouraging players, and I would like to say thank you to NCBA.
National Council of Sports Assistant General Secretary Milton Chebet commended American Chamber of Commerce and its partners for supporting the growth of sports.
We had not only the AmCham professionals, but also they gave an opportunity to the junior team as well. And you know, the junior team is where we get the seniors, so the talent, this is part of the talent identification and development.
The event concluded with a prize-giving ceremony, a sumptuous dinner and a colorful fireworks display in honor of America's 250th independence anniversary.
And that is all from us in this edition of BBC News Tonight. We thank you so much for your audience. My name is Moureen Babirye with my colleague Yusuf Senyomo on sign language. We bid you good night.